Internet. Welcome to UMR. My name is Mark, and I'm doing episodes 2 through 7 of Orange is the New Black Season 4. So this just dropped on Netflix 2 days ago. I did my first review, put it up, and now I've been just binging this stuff. I'm going to keep binging it probably the rest of the day, but I figured I'll do 2 through 7 and then 8 through 13. It was a nice number, even. And I'm glad I waited one more episode. I almost did the review before episode 7. I'm glad I waited, because episode 7 ended in a... Okay, so, the way this works is I'm gonna, I don't know, I've never really done this many episodes at once. I think I'm going to kind of walk down. I got the list on my phone. I'm going to walk down the episodes, kind of talk about the big deals on all of them, and then in a big, broad sense, tell you what I thought of all of them, all at once, and what I'm thinking of this season, then everyone's storyline, so it's probably going to be pretty jumbled. But if you have not seen through episode 7, get out of here. I am going to be spoilering, like really bad, lots of spoilers. Spoilering, it's a word. Spoiling, thank you. But if you want to know if this season's good, yes, that's all you want to know. You're good. You're fine. It's really good stuff so far. So get out of here. I don't want to be in trouble for spoiling. Spoilering. I'm going to keep using it. I like that word. So let's talk about this. I already talked about first episode. I gave it a really high rating. I think like 3.9 out of 5. It's really high. Okay, so season 2, or episode 2 through 7. Lots happened. Let's kind of talk linearly. Let's grab Caputo. Let's talk about Caputo right now. Episode 2 was called Power Suit. I believe the reason it was called that is because that's when Caputo gets his nice suit. He's really falling into that warden job. Gets Tasty. I love that. That scene where they're calling for Tasty, by the way, I love Tasty. I always have. The scene where they're like, Jefferson, was that Tasty? Tasty, go to this room. I thought that was really great when they were announcing for, so, Caputo, I'm going to go through pretty much all these 7 episodes for him. So, he thinks he's a warden now. He's a warden. He gets a new guard who's kind of a fucking Piscatella's kind of a monster, but kind of not. He's not porn stash. In fact, he probably would never go that bad. I don't think he's going to violently treat people like that, but he's very, stern, black and white. I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad guy yet. He just kind of seems like a dick. We found out that Piscatella was gay. I found that hilarious. There was a really great scene. It's like, I took 2 beards to the prom. Or I had 2 beards. Mine and my boyfriend's. Yeah, stop trying to charm me. I'm into men. I thought that was pretty cool. So, Piscatella... Caputo gets Piscatella as the new captain of the guards, and then it kind of moves on from there. He's falling for that girl in, Resources? Linda. Linda seems fine, so let's talk about the big convention. So they go to the big convention. She definitely seems like a player. Mike Birbiglia's character from last season shows up, very anti-prison, very anti-them, very anti-corporate prison. He wasn't wrong. All that was right. It's pretty messed up stuff. But he calls her the devil. So I'm really curious to see where Linda's gonna go, if she's really gonna be the devil. So the last thing I saw with them is the fact that he wanted to get this education, but she just was like, cool, free concrete labor. Like the construction crew, free labor. That's fucked up, and that's probably gonna be a big deal coming up. Let's move on past Caputo. Who cares about Caputo? Let's talk about, is it Laura, the Italian who just got married? Her scene in episode 3 in Don't Say Anything. Her scene when she's doing the verbal sex with her husband right in front of everybody. That was gold. That was amazing. I was laughing my fucking ass off. Those 2 actors sold that scene so well. she's always been one of my biggest crushes, even with how crazy she is. We found out, 2 seasons ago, I think, how just complete batshit insane she is. But, yeah, I still am in love with her. She has some of the best comedic timing on this show. If you go back to, like, season 1, somebody asked her about love, and she goes, I got a lot of things to say about love. Like, that kind of, that was a terrible impression. But that delivery, she's just so good. The Bora 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 stuff. So I'm glad we got this one really good scene with her. She hasn't really had a huge episode the rest of this season, but episode 3, she stole because of that scene. Also, stuff that went down in that scene is So-So and Washington kind of getting a relationship. That kind of stuff was, that's alright. I mean, it was cool to see So-So's. I mean, I really didn't care for her backstory episode too much. She's still just So-So. I mean, they named her right. But the good thing that came out of that was the scene between, whatever her name is, I'm not remembering her name right now, the Martha Stewart character, Judy King? Let's just call it Judy King. The scene between Washington and her was great, and I believe that was also episode 3, but maybe it was 4, but yeah, that it was 3. The talking to her, like, oh, so you grew up poor, da 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 da, and she's like, what? I almost went to freaking a huge military school, like West Point. I almost went to West Point. Like, what do you? I know 3 languages. I grew up abroad, and that was just showed you how much So-So didn't know about her and all this. But that scene was really good. But that overarching story arc didn't really do much for me. I'm not gonna lie. So-So's not really that interesting of a character, and it kind of seemed like filler. Moving on. So let's talk about my favorite character, Lolly, who I'm gonna forget names, and I was doing so good. Lori Petty, no, I wasn't. Better get a nomination of some sort, because she is killing this season. She's so good, and especially in this last episode I watched, episode 7, she's so good. The conversation between, now let's talk about Haley really quick. The Haley backstory, it opens up more about Haley, and we understand him so much more. I'm glad we're getting so many of his backstories, because he was such a kind of a mustache-twirling villain in season 1. And I'm glad we keep seeing, I mean, he's still an asshole, but we're seeing why he has the views he has, why he acts the way he does. I love Haley this season because we're learning so much about him, especially when it comes to that backstory episode for Haley, episode 4. Great. It was great. So him talking to Lolly, that's even better, because you understand why he cares for her so much, and because of what he went through with his mom. And she is just nailing this part. All right, I'm going to get back to her. We'll talk about that. I want to talk about episode 7 by itself. So, what else is going on? Oh, shit. There's stuff going on over at Max. There's so many characters. I'm gonna not get characters right, and I suck so bad. Here, I'm gonna flip, because I gotta really give these actresses their due, or actors their due, because they're doing really good. And, where is she? Okay, Nikki, Nicholas, her name's Nikki Nichols? That's hilarious. Alright, so Natasha Lyonne plays Nikki, and that whole stuff with her, and I'm screwing all this up because I keep forgetting names. Laverne Cox's character. Why am I not remembering Laverne Cox's character's name? Alright, Sophia. That episode that took place in Max fucking messed with me. That was a very powerful episode. You got to see Laverne Cox's character, Sophia, completely lose her mind. Caputo goes like, come on, we'll let you out. Just calm down. And no, she's just lost it at this point. She's not going to let my phone. I got a text. Unprofessional movie reviews. She's just losing her sanity. Lighting shit on fire, flooding stuff. And when Nikki finds just the blood, my heart dropped. It was like, oh. And then the scene between her and Assface, I'm not even going to name him. I don't give a crap about whatever loose check identity was. But the scene between those two, I know I just had her name and now I lost it. Natasha Lyonne plays Nikki so well in that visitation scene. I like the emotion she goes out, how well she acted that monologue of that fuck you monologue. It was phenomenal. We gotta give credit where credit's due. She nailed that entire episode. And then when she finds that Laverne Cox's character isn't there, she's in medical and there's blood all over the walls and we haven't figured out what happened with her yet, and she goes and fucking gets the heroin and falls off the wagon, I felt for that character at that moment. That got me. Not all storylines have been getting me, but definitely that one got me. It was really powerful. Okay, now let's talk about Lolly still freaking out. The drone. We found out the drone is just to follow around King, whatever her name is, Judy King. But yeah, so Lolly's freaking out about that. And Lori Petty's doing a really good job at it. So this last episode with her backstory, it makes her such a sympathizable character. And the actress they found to play younger her did a phenomenal job. She really, I was like, wow, am I going back in time? I know what Lori Petty looked like back then. She didn't look like that, but no. She got her mannerisms down, even her voice down, and it was really good. And that was a really good episode. And I really like that backstory. That one's really good of seeing, like, the progression of how she was like a journalist. She was pretty high up, and then it just slowly falls and falls and falls. And yeah, no, holy crap. She was such an afterthought the last couple seasons, and starting from episode 1 up until this episode, only 7 episodes in, she quickly became one of the most interesting and my favorite character to follow. So boom, good job, Lolly. And Lori Petty. So let's talk about fucking Chapman. I didn't want to talk about Chapman. I hate Chapman. I just do. She pisses me off, and she just making all these moves of trying to take down the Dominican little gang that rose up. Good for them, you know. There's a lot of Dominicans. I don't really get it, but you know, they want to start selling panties. I thought that was stupid. That why would you try to jump into the market that there already is? Why didn't they go right to drugs? I don't know. So they had to create a little freaking turf war, and then stupid fucking Piper goes and tries to start this anti-gang thing, which turns into all the white people shows up, and it turns into this like neo-Nazi gang, a skinhead gang, and she doesn't nip it in the butt immediately. She doesn't get rid of it, and she lets them get like this. That's her fault. I know that's not what she wanted, but she did that. She created that Nazi gang. But did she deserve the ending of episode 7? Holy shit. I'm glad I waited until episode 7 to do my reviews, because that was crazy. The freaking, by the way, I really liked, I'm not remembering her name right now, but we get the backstory for her with her Dominican family, and then she didn't want to be part of this Dominican gang, and then she, like, took over it. She's been nailing this season. She's never really been that huge of a character. She was, like, pregnant in season 1, and that's really all we knew about her. She is doing really, really good job. All that said, holy crap, when she gets like I understand she's mad because she just got time added to her fucking sentence of her panties. She's like, alright, let's move legit and let's start selling drugs, and then let's fucking brand a swastika onto Chapman. That is so heavy, and I didn't even see that coming. It was that like 10 seconds really brought this season next level. I'm so subscribed, and I can't wait to see. Now, how did I feel? Should we break down every episode? I'm not going to break down how I feel about every episode, but I will say the first half of the season is nailing it. I said I gave like the episode 1 a 3.9. Besides a couple of the storylines that I don't really care for, and if I didn't bring them up, it means I didn't really care for them. And besides Piper always pissing me off, this is a really good season, and I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5, which is super high for me. So really solid 4 out of 5. Boom. And I can't wait to watch more. I'm going to watch Game of Thrones tonight, and I'm going to upload another video. So I'm busy tonight, and I'm going to be doing a lot of TV. It's a really hot summer day. Everyone's out. I already went on my bike ride today. I'm allowed to sit in front of the TV and drink beer the rest of the day. See you guys later. If you watch my Game of Thrones review, see you guys tonight. Okay, bye!